Check one, check two, check one, check two. This is G from the Business Coaching Masterclass, and I'm running a test session for possible live Facebook broadcasts that can be mirrored onto other channels and onto other sites. I've called this headlines and deadlines because I'm clearing out my inbox and I have to go through a lot of stuff. And some of it is kind of interesting and some of it is not. But we share because we care, right? And there's some information which I think might be interesting for more than me. It might be interesting for some other people out there. And maybe I will take the recording and mirror it onto my podcast channel. Maybe I'll stick it up on YouTube. I don't know. It depends on the connection and the quality and the information and everything else going on. We'll see how it works out. I do lots of tests. So life is experimentation. I've been planning this for about 6 months, actually. Procrastination is a killer. Procrastination is the killer. You know, I've noticed in the live image that I appear to be leaning to one side. Like, I appear to. How do I not lean? The floor here might be imbalanced or something. If you can hear strange noises in the background, it's Jazz. Oh, Jazz. You want me to be quiet, Jazz? Yeah. Are you trying to sleep? That's a very strange way to be sleeping over there, Jazz. You're wearing your I don't even know what it is. It's a fish tail. You're wearing your fish tail inside out and upside down and back to front, and I don't know. I don't know. Good luck with trying to sleep there. She's put rocks in her like sleep bag, and that's really not a good idea as she's trying to crawl into. I can't even explain what's happening. Let's just say the rocks are weighing her down, as they do. My kids are collecting the beach. They're bringing it home piece by piece, stone by stone. I guarantee you, at some point in time, the beach will either the beach will come to the house or the house will go to the beach. One of those two things are sure to happen. Anyway, if you've got any questions, you can leave them in the chat before, during, after, whatever. If you've got any suggestions that are practical, useful, constructive, you can leave them there as well. I'm also on a fast today, so I haven't eaten anything since 10 p.m. yesterday, and it's now 7:37 p.m. So I thought if I could get 22 hours in, that would be good. I'm drinking water and coffee, and so I'm giving my body some energy. Everyone will tell you something different about fasting. Some people will say, oh, only do a couple of hours and don't eat breakfast and just go through to lunch. Some people will say do it once a week, some people twice. Some people will say do it 3 days, 5 days, whatever. I don't know what's best. You've got to work out what's best for you. Experiment with yourself first, I think, before you go and give advice to other people. And then seek advice from a registered GP before you embark on any health-related quests. I'm not a GP, so I don't know what's best for you. I don't even know what's best for me, so that's why we experiment. Jazzy's organizing her rocks over there, so that's the noises in the background, along with you might be able to hear some music. That might get me banned from the internet. I don't know. Whatever. It just keeps me flowing. You know, music keeps you flowing. It's This is one of those things about life, right? It's the motivation, inspiration part. Where would life be without music? Um, if music be the food of love. So this is, if you're interested, it's a Spotify playlist called Instrumental Study. I asked my Google Home system to play some music for studying. So it's nice to have something chugging along in the background. You know, I think our body and our minds tune into what's going on in the background, and every little bit helps, right? Every little bit helps, especially at the end of the day when you get tired. And um, there are things going on that no one can explain. Jazz has decided to put the stones she collected from the beach into my weights system. Anyway, it's never quiet and it's never normal. Ah, Zora, do you have some stones as well? Yeah? Okay, super, super cool, super cool. This was the collection from the beach today. There was a bit of a storm outside, and I was apprehensive about going out, but then, you know, um, you go out anyway, and then you realize it's not half as bad as you thought it was going to be, and I was quite surprised to see people out jogging, even though the rain was lashing down. So kudos to them. Kudos to all them. Right. I got to do some organization in the background, so I'm going to skip out of the picture and place my little recording notice on the door. So that maybe I get disturbed a little bit less. Of course, it doesn't work like that. You know life, right? Murphy's Law. It doesn't work like that at all. Anyway, this is supposed to be headlines and deadlines and kids running around in the background. Let's see what we've got. We're looking at health news, and one of the main go-to sites that I have for health news is naturalnews.com. Mike Adams, the health ranger, this is his site. I use information which I have found in the past to be accurate. I use sites that have proven themselves to be good. Bless you, Zora. Right. So that's naturalnews.com, and I also use Dr. Mercola's website, mercola.com, for health-related news. So if anyone is looking for health-related information and they want to do a search, I recommend they begin with naturalnews.com. It's a network of writers who write about a variety of different subjects related to natural health. There's also a political element to it. I don't follow the politics very much because other people's problems are their problems. But if you're looking for natural remedies, if you're looking for using food as medicine, then naturalnews.com is a very good place to start. And you know it's good when their videos keep getting banned from the internet because the big corporations don't like the competition. Meanwhile, in the background, Jazz has decided to use the pillowcase as a sleeping bag. Well, there you go. Are you okay, Jazz? Yeah, don't fall off the bed, right? Speak too soon, right? Don't speak too soon. Zora, what are you doing? You getting ready for bed as well? Everyone's decided to get ready for bed. This only happens when I hit the record button. Everything is peaceful and quiet and everybody's doing their own thing, and then I hit the record button and it's like a volcano explodes. So I hope that I'm not going to have to rescue someone from some ridiculous situation, but you never know. Anyway, Marcola.com has a daily newsletter, yeah, whatever, the email version of that. And Natural News has one as well. There's a lot of good information that comes out of that. So looking through what I've picked up from Natural News this week, seeing if there's anything that might spark my interest, and usually there is something that sparks my interest. I'm very interested in health. I'm very interested in the fact that the body and the mind are related. I think that you can't have a healthy body without having a healthy mind, and vice versa. You know how it goes. So there's a, I've been out in Europe for like 20 years, and I've just returned to Britain, and yeah, I have to say, looking around, the people don't look so healthy here. They really don't. I mean, don't get me wrong, people are trying hard, but there's definitely major health problems in this country, and I think the bad food epidemic, like when you go to the supermarket and you can't pick up anything that's not got MSG or sugar added to it, because they put sugar in everything. They put sugar in the sugar. Now it's just absolutely ridiculous, the amount of unhealthy rubbish that's out there in the supermarket. Beware of the breakfast cereals. I can't believe my parents let me eat what I ate when I was a kid, but they didn't know, so now there's no excuse. All the information is out there. The cereals are BAD and totally unhealthy. Look at the ingredients. Just look at the ingredients list. If there's something that you don't know on the ingredients list, then don't buy it, because you need to do your research first. You need to search for the good food. Of course, the other argument is it's not that easy. You walk in and you pick up your vegetables and your fruit and you leave. And you don't buy anything that's in a box or anything that looks pretty. You don't go down the food aisle. You don't go down the alcohol aisle. You read carefully what's on all the different breads, because they synthesize God knows what chemicals and human hair and use it to make their raising agents. And it's pretty frightening. And you've kind of got to be focused. Like food shopping has to be something like a military operation now. Get in, get the good food, get out, and shop local. Basically, shop local. Do all the local things. Anyway, so what does it say? Let's have a look through the news. Let's have a look through the news here. We're looking at the idea of obesity, and it reads here: obese zombie sleeps till noon. Obese zombies sleep till noon, eat massive amounts of junk food, watch TV, play video games, and then just repeat the cycle. Michael, what happened to their family? What happened to guidance? What the hell are the teachers doing? What are their friends doing that is allowing this to happen? How do people get into this state in the first place? Surely there's something that somebody can say that's going to cause a difference. How's it going down there, Jazz? What? Oh, is that your pillowcase from your bed? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. The room is now full of pillows and cushions. It's squarey. Yes, it's got lots of squares. It's very squarey. Absolutely. Squares and lines. Yes, it's squarey and stripey. Yeah, especially if you've got kids, you've got to think about the food that you're giving to your kids. You've got to think about their future. You've got to think about setting an example yourself for them, and therefore, even if you're not going to eat healthy for yourself, you've got to give yourself a sort of higher level of thinking that you've got to eat healthy for your family. A few weeks ago, I met a friend of the family who said, I've tried this diet and this diet and this diet, and none of these diets seem to help me lose weight. And I'm just like, stop stuffing food in your mouth. Just stop it. Tape your hands together if you have to. Do whatever. You do whatever, put a bag on your head. I don't know. Whatever it is that you need to do, do it to stop, just to give yourself a chance to get everything right in your life, step by step. So the trouble is fast food is everywhere. And fast food, when it's not natural food, is not good food. I'm always amazed by the number of people lined up at the fast food places in towns. They're queuing up in their cars. They're actually queuing up to buy rubbish. And they'll queue up in their Audi, their BMW, their brand new whatever car that looks pristine and perfect, and they'll stuff their bodies full of just junk, rubbish, all kinds of BULL. Anyway, yes, darling. You might need my help. What do you need my help with? Covering your head. It's very hard for an almost 4-year-old girl to fit into a pillowcase. You're doing a very impressive job there. I don't think you're going to get all the way in there. Some will, someone. Jazz, you're going to need to move away from the door down there, because if somebody comes in, they're going to end up opening the door onto you. There you go. Anyway, everyone's decided to go to bed. What's that about? I don't know. So, have you finished watching not the Flash? What was it? The AERO. It's good. You have to speak English to me. I don't get what happened there. She wants her head covered with a cushion down there, or a pillow or something. Anyway, okay. Text reads, are you locked into the big food, big pharma matrix as advertised and promoted by TV, mainstream websites, and the newspapers? Even this affects the gaming community and so-called safe zones. I mean, look at. If you looked at the food they're serving in schools, have you looked at that? Do you know where that comes from? Look at the food they serve in prisons. I guarantee you, it's pretty much the same stuff. Anyway, as people tune out of making sane choices and tune into insane choices, insane, whatever choices, you're going to need to just focus and take care, because the system is either you're using the system or the system is using you. I think there's no middle ground as far as that goes. If you're not careful, you don't just lose things like free speech. You lose things like your freedom to choose which way to go with your own health. And have I been missing the comments? I've been missing the comments. The comments have been coming through. I've been missing them. You see? I'll just what's been going on? Let's have a look at the comments here. They don't like the competitors or the cure that's plant-based and plant-based foods that heal. Yes, of course, plant-based foods. Yes, don't avoid the laboratory experiments, because they're not just experimenting on the food, they're experimenting on you when you consume the food. So you have to be careful. Comment true. I don't know what that's about. People are buying into the hype. They are. Marketing works, right? Marketing works. And to this extent, what you have to do is understand that a bad product that is well marketed will sell more than a good product that is not well marketed. It's that simple. So marketing is a big part of everything. Why do people put advertisements in magazines and newspapers and on TV and on the radio and on the internet? They put advertisements there because they work, because people are suggestible. People are suggestible. I suggest you subscribe. People are suggestible. There you go. Yeah, and yeah, thanks to Donica for these comments. It's much appreciated. And I agree, sickness is a market. There's a market in health. Healthcare is a big market. It's a growing industry. Some populations are aging, therefore, that's a big market. That's a big market. My parents are older, and I say to them that maybe they're going to live forever because it's great for the drug companies, because the older they are, the more drugs they can be sold, and the drug companies want them to stay alive so they can continue selling them the drugs. I mean, yeah. So definitely sickness is a market. Food is the bait. Absolutely. Um, people need to consume something. They need to eat something, and it's a great way to control populations. Food is a fantastic way to control what is happening around about you. Um, if people aren't self-sufficient, people are at risk. Yeah, homegrown. Grow your own everything. Grow your own fruit. Grow your own vegetables. Grow your own lifestyle. Keep it natural. Keep it natural and keep it real. And I'm I'm gonna I like all these comments. These comments are fantastic. So there we go. Just gonna run down the list. Feel free to leave a comment if you pick this up later on. Let me know what you do. Point me in the right direction. Maybe there's some other newsletters out there that people can pick up so that they can find something that works for them. Yeah, beware of the natural food versus the unnatural food. So the text reads here: many Americans have already been screwed by the system and are suffering. They have severe allergies, hormone imbalances, autoimmune disorders, obesity, anxiety, chronic and severe depression, and all of these can be a result of bad diet, basically. Um, the bodies get toxic from the artificial sweeteners and brain damaging excitotoxins, the MSG, which was in the spicy sauce that my mother bought the other day. It's also in lots of crisps as well. Um, Beware not only of the junk food, but the junk science as well, which tells you it's good to eat things that we don't know what the result is going to be if we eat them. So beware, 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 beware. It's very scary out there. Um, Beware of the GMO, genetically modified. If you eat genetically modified food, in essence, you're genetically modifying your own body. How do you get people to take the drugs? You put the drugs into the food, the people eat the food, and then they get drugged by the food. That's the way that it works. Step one, step two, that's the way they get through to you. So, and there are these waves of problem in society, definitely, which then lead to people taking drugs to try to solve these problems, and look at what's happening in the news. Look at how many news stories are caused by people who have health problems, and there's lots of good stuff happening in the world, and that's why I don't watch the news. But the news is going to make you believe that the world is the way they tell you it is, when it's probably pretty different from that. Just look outside your window, I say. So also you've got a lot of people in Western society addicted to opiate-based painkillers. I can't even imagine that. I can't even imagine that happening. It's already here, but how it happened, that's insane. I remember I had some medicine from my doctor, and I threw it out about 6 or 7 years ago and said, I'm going to use food as my medicine, and it's worked pretty well. And I'm pretty happy that I got rid of it, because that a lot of, if you need to take medicine, then for God's sake, take the medicine. But if you don't need to take it, try to find some kind of natural alternative, because you'll get addicted to that stuff, and that's not a good thing. It's not a good thing at all. So look, just and beware of the mirrors of society. If you look around and everybody else is big and you're big as well, and you think that that's normal because everyone's big, then just beware of the reflections. It might not be all that it is best for it to be, right? It's pretty hard, especially when the food is grown with chemicals and pesticides. That's not going to have a great effect. That's going to cause chronic health problems, and you got to know where your food comes from. You've got to know the sources, because the bad food, the junk food, not only does it have all these flavorings and other chemicals added to it, it's nutrient deficient, and that's going to cause damage to your body. It's going to cause damage to your brain. It's going to cause fog. You're not going to be able to think clearly, and then you're going to make bad choices as a result. So that's just the way that it goes. And junk food, the bad food in essence, will keep you addicted, because you need more of it to get the nutrition that you need. So you're just going to end up eating more to get less, and that's going to make you even more sick. And it's just a horrible, 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 it's just kind of downward spiral that you're going to get caught on. So it gets expensive as well, because you got to pay for your healthcare, right? You got to pay for your medicines. You got to pay to buy more food. Food's expensive now. You know, and the crazy thing is, like, a really, really healthy diet where it doesn't actually really, if you go down a really healthy route, sort of cost that much, because you can pretty much get clean water and the basic vitamins, minerals through fruit and vegetables that you need, and you can pick up supplements as well. There are these health shops everywhere. It's best to get the food from the natural source, like the roots and stuff. Talking about roots, look, I got this. It's not a plan. I got this ginger here from downstairs. It smells nice. You can eat the raw. You can eat the raw ginger. You can eat. You don't have to put it in a drink and put it in a tea and then throw most of it away. You put it in tea and add the water and whatever else you want. And then once you finished the tea, eat the actual ginger. Eat the ginger. So you get all the nutrition into your body. It's going to be you want to do little bits at first, because it's going to be a bit of a shock. But once you get used to it, you can chop, cut it up, and just eat the whole pieces of ginger, and you can sort of chew them like chewing gum in your mouth, and you can like suck all the juices out of them, and at the end you can either swallow it or spit out the dry bit that's left, whatever. But it's a really nice and healthy alternative to chewing gum. Some people find it a bit strong at first, but you can work your way up to it. I think my stomach reacted a bit bad the first time I tried it, but perseverance. You can customize. You can acclimatize yourself to almost everything, I think. So that's the great element of human nature, isn't it? Mindset. So this is root ginger. The roots are usually good. Think about the carrots growing underground, the onions. Turmeric is very good as well. So look at the roots and find out what it is that that you can get in your local environment that's going to help you. Find out what it is and lead the way. The podcast Business Coaching Masterclass that I run is all about leadership and leading the way. It's all about being out in front. It's all about setting the standards for the people around about you, so that you can lead a better quality of life and you can lead other people towards a better quality of life, whether you're in a business, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're part of a team, whether you're thinking about your family or your local community. Everybody needs leaders who have a healthy set of skills and a positive mindset, who can set the tone, who can set the course for other people around about them. And that's important. That could be you. Maybe that should be you. If you're interested as well, 2 books on leadership that I've got out there. You can download them for free, Principles for Leadership, and the new book, which is coming out in the next week. It will probably be out already by the time you find this video or audio online. Is the laws of leadership. It's 100 lessons that I've learned from working with different businesses about how to solve all kinds of mindset problems that exist in the lives of people who are working hard to make the world a better place. And as usual, I never get as far as I want to go. There's always a lot of articles. Go to naturalnews.com, check out the articles there, subscribe to their newsletter. It's great. There will be more experiments and perspectives on business. This is a live test, so I'll see how it goes. I'll put this out there, and if you've got any questions related to business, mindset, principles, leadership, if you've got any questions related to life coaching, I'll be very happy to help you out. Just put a question in the comments section. And remember, stay healthy by living healthy, keeping a healthy mindset, and making healthy choices for the world around about you, for you, your family, your kids, and everyone else that's out there online. I'm going to do this a little bit more regularly now, and I hope it will be of interest to you. So wherever you are, have a great day. This is me, G, signing off, and maybe you can hear Jazz and Zora playing with the beach rocks in the background. Have a great day, guys. Stay cool, take care, and that's it. Do, did, done. Have a great one.